All right, guys. What's going on? You know what time it is. We went ahead and showed the members with their own solo screen so they can do them. And we appreciate the OG members because they're the ones that helped us get started last year. I did say last year because it is 2026.
Ugh.
Exactly. It's a total thing, and we brought in somebody to usher in the year proper. We had the guys in the shadows yesterday, but today we brought in, probably the best guest we've had in the last couple years. Definitely the highest rated video on our channel with a
Highest.
guest. So everybody apparently really likes the avian community. So yeah, we went ahead and brought back the bird. So what's up,
What's
Chad? How you
up,
been?
everybody? I'm trying to join the chat so I know what's happening.
Yeah,
So
they'll
next,
flow in.
my YouTube.
Uh, uh,
Hang
the,
on, account.
the
I'm
guys,
coming.
the guys are over. One of the guys is over on the on his channel gaming right now. So I know a couple of the peoples are over there doing that thing. I'm sure they'll usher their way over once they find out we're
Now
talking
I see
to
it.
you.
What's up, chat?
So yeah, man, you have been a busy bird,
Yeah, there's
right?
been a
You
lot
do
going
not
on.
you do not let the cold weather stifle your energy.
No, in fact, I'm here for it, and I blame the shot beer combos in Chicago. But like, having been here long enough, I know to wear double layers when I go out. So I think I'm coming in strapped, and so far the cold weather has not let me down, because it has been cold.
It
But
has,
in Chicago, it's been balmy. We've had like 60 degrees last couple of days. No complaints.
No, I mean that's warmer than here. So we're down south in the desert, and it's warmer. It's been in the 50s this week. So
Whoa.
you're getting the best side of it.
I was in Nashville and it was like 45 or something like that.
Yeah, it's been a weird year for the South and the coastlines, let's say. So
Yeah.
we've been just kind of getting after it and just kind of going with it. As you know, Vegas is a desert. We don't have any foliage, so as soon as the sun goes down, it's ice cubes, right?
Yeah, having been to Vegas in the past, I know that like you don't expect it to get that cold because in the daytime everybody's just like 7 yard of beers deep, walking around with like tank tops and cool looks, and you're like, oh, so it must never get cold. But you don't realize they do a costume change
Correct.
halfway through the day.
Correct.
So when you go outside, it's all fleeces, and you're like, oh man, I forgot it's the desert.
Yes, correct.
It's
Correct.
never comfortable.
No, no. You, in fact, we layer our vehicles with different jackets of different sizes and stuff because we
This
want to,
tracks.
yeah, yeah. So it's very, you guys layer on your person and then shed when you get inside. We layer in our vehicles and then shed when we get inside, usually depending on what you're doing. But,
Impressive.
yeah. So your word on the street is you're headed out to the West Coast to San Francisco,
Yeah.
to go perform out west. What
Yeah.
are you doing out there?
We're going to be a part of the San Francisco Sketch Fest. We're doing a show called Class that we do in Chicago. It's once a month here at the Lincoln Lodge. And it's me and Sarah Benincasa. And we're doing like, the idea is that Class is we're professors. We're tenured professors, and you're trying to get your GPA up. And we're doing our thing. And if you pay attention, take notes, your GPA will increase.
Well,
So
now,
yeah.
now, is this an actual college course that these guys are taking?
No, I
I
wish.
didn't think so.
Don't you
I
wish
wish.
it was?
I do wish because I think the theory of comedy would be a great college elective for anybody to take just to lighten their day
It,
in the mood of insanity in college.
it does seem like we are offering classes. We've had this before. They're like, oh yeah, so where do I sign up? I'm like, oh no, it's a show called Class. You have to pay.
Love it.
And you don't have to actually do
And
anything.
this is for the muggles that are coming in and not knowing. I know because I watch the once a month and I watch the Logan. If you guys don't know, if you're a fan of pinball, they're at Logan's Arcade. That is an epic stream where they're having beverages of Malort
Yep.
and they're getting down on whatever the chat sends. The super chats there go to the beverages
Our
of
hydration
sort,
station.
or a pizza that gets ordered. I've
That
seen
does
that.
actually have,
That-
oh my god, there was that one time that Teddy ate a whole $40 plate of nachos.
Yes.
Somebody sent him $40 and he was like,
Yes.
I'm gonna spend this all on nachos.
Yeah,
He did
so
that.
it's the Logan streams at the arcade. The pinball streams are fire. If you like pinball and you want to get into something fun for the night, You send $5, you send 10
Yeah.
bucks, you end up getting Malort or getting them something fun. It's a good time. You watch the skeleton animation because we don't drink on the tube unless you're a millionaire and you pay
hydrate.
those bylaws, right?
Oh, hello, Steve O and
Steve-O.
Millendy S. What's going on? Yeah, Chad Gets Lit is the name of that one. And if you go to my YouTube, which is just Chad the Bird, it's easy to find me. You can watch us stream pinball. We're going to do that tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We're gonna
Yes, yes,
stream
and it's
a
great.
Stern game, I
And I have watched an absorbent amount of those. Those are great.
That's bad for your health.
Oh, it's so much fun because you guys showcase different games. It's not like you're playing the same game. It's
Yeah.
like you're showcasing this game. You're showcasing the Kiss game. You're showcasing, whatever it is for the night. It could be Godzilla. It could be Venom.
We showcased the new Star Wars game, The Fall of the Empire, that
Yep.
Stern just did.
So there's purpose. It's not just drinking and pinball. There's a little bit of
Purpose.
there's a little bit of introduction to old vintage games, to new stuff. You've been to the Pinball Museum out here, right?
Oh, yeah.
Or the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, if you go to if you want to see what my trip was like, or just first off, you should just go there. Second off,
amazing.
if you go to my Instagram, we have pictures from like a couple of years ago that I went. It's a whole experience. It's like you're gonna spend a whole day there. My favorite part about it is that the sign in front is so big you can't fit it in your camera when you take a picture.
Yeah, you have to almost go to the street and like do your selfie from there to get
Yeah.
the sign.
We were
in.
standing in traffic to get that picture, and it's crazy big. And
Yeah.
the place is huge and has some really interesting classic. It's got like every game ever, and most of them work. Which, if you ever go to
Yeah.
pinball bars like I do, is a big deal.
Well, and it
yeah.
used to be in a hole in the wall in some little shopping mall in the middle of nowhere. It was this
Right.
tiny little place. It
That
was
tracks, though.
like super like very small. You had to know about it. And then they got that place on the strip and it's like everybody, and I love it because I wanted that place to do better. Right? Because it was so much fun. You had all the vintage games that you don't find anywhere else.
If you are looking to actually play some just to actually play games and not just like and marvel at some classic ones you've never seen before, go check out. I don't know if it's still going because I haven't been to Vegas in 2 years. If Area 15 is still there,
Oh yeah.
they have a really nice pincade up on the upper floor. Some classic games, very well maintained. That's a dope one. If you're in Nashville, I definitely recommend Game Terminal and No Quarter, which I just was at, and that was fun. But yeah, no, we do like pinball streams over there. But
Yeah,
this is not a pinball stream.
No. I just want to give the people some background into what you're into, as well as and where you're at more, because I want people from here to go there. I want them
Yeah.
to see and catch your act, so that if they pass through Chicago, if they're in San Francisco, they can follow you on the map.
Go
But
to my
let's get
website.
it.
You'll find out where we are.
Yeah. Check out the website. I tried to put a QR code. I'm still working on that. The StreamYard's got new features that I'm trying to integrate into the stream. But I mean, they take enough of my money. They might as well give me more. So let's talk about what's the last piece of Star Wars content you've caught? Like, what's the last thing you dove into? And we'll go there.
Well, okay. This is gonna be controversial to some. First of all, DP says, "Luke, I am your father," which we talked about is not what he says. He says,
Correct.
"No, I am your father."
Correct.
DP asked what universe I'm from. Chicago, I think.
well,
What universe you got?
And we won trivia the other night knowing that fact also. So yeah.
Yeah. So,
But please, so
down.
what was the last piece of content you consumed in its entirety?
every year around this time, my friend Jen and I, Jen Badencourt, and you can listen to this on the podcast sometimes. We don't always air it because we don't want to put you through it. But every year for 5 years, we've watched the Star Wars Holiday Special. And we watch it every year from start to finish and see if we see anything new. So the last piece of Star Wars content that I have consumed was the Star Wars Holiday Special, the Life Day Special.
Wookiee Life Day, yes. And you do this every year.
Every
So
year.
you know it back and forth,
Back to front.
upside down.
Yeah, I think I can probably do it by heart. I don't want to be able to do it by heart, but I think I can.
Yeah. It's almost like every Taylor Swift song in the
Yeah.
universe. You
I don't wanna know this,
want to know it,
But I know this.
but I know it.
Yeah.
Right.
The thing is, though, it was an act of defiance that began during the pandemic because we were like, George Lucas does not want. No, wait. It's even older than that. We've been doing it since like 2018. 7 years of this. No wonder I drink. But yeah, we did it as an act of defiance because Lucas was like, I don't want to subscribe to that. We're like, fuck you, George Lucas. We know you did this. We saw this. We're locked in. So yeah, we have to watch it every year and remind you that you did this.
Yeah, it's a good reminder as to all content is still good content, and somebody is going to consume it. It's good that you watch it every year. Yeah, it's at that margin. If you're watching it in defiance, I'd still say that's a W for the content because somebody's still watching it.
Yeah, we are the active consumers yearly. You will see that YouTube view channel pop up one more every year.
Hey,
we will sit down and
you're
watch
giving them their evergreen content.
Yeah, I'm
and
not mad about it.
And that's important in today's market.
You know what? Hey, but the thing is, though, Star Wars Obsession, it is canon. So
Yeah,
no matter what, it's canon.
Say what you want. I mean, we
wouldn't have half of the Mandalorian's adventure in the season 1 without the Star Wars Holiday Special because he fights the mythosphere in the cartoon, which is the best part of the Holiday Special, and the introduction of Boba Fett.
The Holiday Special is something unique, and that does give us, paves the way for, people's favorite characters. I mean, there's some gem
like I said, Mala Baka and Itchy Baka,
and Boba Fett.
Vodka.
Did you say vodka?
I lumpy vodka. That's what we call them.
But I know that you were mentioning you did get through all of Andor, right?
I did finish Andor, yeah. Oh, yeah, but that was way before. That was back when. That was in, the summer, wasn't it?
Yeah. What was the last, you didn't follow Skeleton Crew?
I did. We started it. I haven't finished it yet.
Okay, you started it, and then what else came out? I mean, did you get into any of the animation?
I haven't watched any of the Star Wars... Oh, what's it called?
The Visions.
The Visions. You haven't started. I want to watch those all in. That's my next snowed in watch.
Yeah, there were a couple sequels. There've been a couple of layers to the Ninth Jedi and some of these other ones that I think they're making more content out of, which is really interesting and fun because
animated Star Wars is always good.
Well, like we've talked about, pizza. There's certain things that are always good, right? Pizza, pinball, Star Wars,
just Star Wars and pizza.
And these, some of them didn't hit, right? I mean, that's going to happen. There were several episodes that didn't hit, but there's several things that did hit, and in those that hit, they're continuing, which is great. And the fact that they're giving studios away from the mothership,
right,
a huge opportunity to make their story and then bring it into something. It doesn't necessarily have to be canon, but to do something fun with it. It's different, and it gives people like me hope that if I write this, you might read it.
Right.
You might try to find a diamond. Okay, let's be generous. You might find a piece of coal in a coal mine, but you might pick my piece of coal.
Right.
Right.
I think that the fan film, the fact that when new Star Wars movies come out and they do fan fests and things like that, they have awards for fan films that are Star Wars fanfic and that kind of stuff. And I love that it's because Lucas laid down the hammer and was like, no, this is the canon, and it's cool, but that's not fun. Come on, man, let the children sing. And,
and the consumption of the EU and Legends by Disney and the I guess you want to call it the Doctor Dooming of the timelines,
vacation or whatever.
The strict master timeline, but ultimately they've come into use some of this stuff in the future, right? I don't know if you're caught up on what's coming. Season 2 of Ahsoka, Starfighter.
Starfighter I'm looking forward to because anytime it's any kind of X-Wing or space battle, I'm locked in. That was going to be my cameo in the new Star Wars movies. I was going to be X-Wing pilot.
It's I'm always weary of high dollar stars in Star Wars, right?
Yeah, it doesn't try. The fact that Sigourney Weaver is herself in the new Mandalorian Grogu movie kind of took me out of the trailer for a hot second. I was like, and Sigourney Weaver.
I see Sigourney Weaver and I think Alien.
Right. I'm not mad about anything that she ever does. I'm always happy to see Sigourney. I'm just saying, if it's just her and her face and her normal, it's just Sigourney Weaver in it. I'm like, oh, Sigourney Weaver, you just be an alien or something.
Could have done some prosthetics, man.
Just anything.
I'm just saying.
I mean, we're happy to see you. Of course, we're happy to see you. But it's kind of like when like Kevin Costner was Robin Hood, and you're kind of like, you're not Robin Hood. He's like, no, I'm Robin Hood. You're like, Kevin, get out of the come on,
Kevin!
Get out of the movie. No, guys, I'm Robin Hood. No, you're not. Alan Rickman's doing a good job. Kirsten Slater is in this movie. Morgan Freeman is in this movie. And he's like, hey, kids, I'm Robin Hood. It's like, Dad, oh, no, you're embarrassing me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, and that's how I feel about, I mean, that's how I felt in The Acolyte during, I don't even know her name, which is the worst part. I see Trinity. That's the worst part of that character, of that actress.
In Ahsoka. Yeah.
Yeah,
What's her name?
I
Now
can't-
you got me second guessing myself.
Right? So, seeing that person, I only see that character. Especially
Right.
since you just did a Matrix movie as the older version of your previous character. That's all I'm going to see.
Right.
Right? And so that's what gets me is like the part of Starfighter that you know, chaps my khakis is
You shan't
that
be chapping your khakis.
is that Ryan Gosling, number one, I'm only going to see Ryan Gosling. Number
Right.
two,
Carrie Ann Moss, that's her name. Oh,
Carrie
it's
Ann Moss,
killing
there
me
you go.
today. Thank you.
and then I'm only going to see Amy Adams,
Right.
right? And so I'm only going to see those actors. I'm not going to see those characters, so to
Unless
speak.
you make him a bleep blorb monster that talks in bleep blorbs, which I need you to
Exactly.
start doing again, Star Wars.
well,
Took
and-
me out
and-
when that elephant kid in Skeleton Crew was like, "Hi, my name is Charlie." I'm like,
Oh.
"The fuck it is."
Oh, that's that. I love that little dude.
Of course you do. He's adorable.
Neil is
How
adorable.
could you not love Neil?
But yeah,
Just
so
saying, you could be talking in bleep blorbs. It's Star Wars.
yeah, and even more still, it's just like Jude Law in Skeleton Crew. I
Right.
really like Skeleton Crew. If you take Jude Law out of Skeleton Crew, it's better.
Yeah, because it's not. I don't see Jude Law.
I don't see the holiday. I don't see. Like
Good Jude Law pull. I don't see AI where he's the guy who can't blink. Good on
yeah.
him.
I just don't see those. And that's the stuff that gets me. That George Lucas was always kind of like. There's always one big name anchor actor, right? Alec Guinness. You start, getting into what, even Ewan, Leslie. All these were the top. Hayden and Natalie was kind of new. She was still coming up, and so all of those characters. There's always like one anchor, but now it's the Modern Family ABCification
Right.
of Disney, of Star Wars, right? Because Disney does it everywhere. I mean, every cameo, everybody wants to be in Marvel,
Sure.
right? Because Marvel, that's what Marvel does. They bring in everybody and their mom.
And who doesn't want to play on those sets? Like, I get it.
Dude, I want to be a Jedi on the set. I get it. But at
Well,
the
do
same
what James Gunn does. Put him in a weird costume and just be like, "Oh shit, that was that guy. Oh wow."
right, exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Put them in, do some kind of makeup, do some kind of puppetry,
I wish
do
Sigourney Weaver
some
was
kind of
like a
something.
robot. That'd be so cool.
Something, man. Like
But I am happy
it's just such lazy for somebody that's got so much money, for a
Right.
company that has
Well,
so
Kathleen
much
Kennedy's gone now, right? Isn't that what
Well,
I'm hearing?
That's the rumor every year,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Like every
That's
year,
true.
everybody's like, "This is the year. This is our year." Right? The Wicked Witch is dead.
I can't
right?
be
Like-
mad at Kathleen Kennedy because she's
I'm
done some
not.
cool stuff. But I'm like, yeah, I think it's time. We need someone
Well,
crazy in there.
not after you find out that Iger was the one making a lot of the bad calls, right?
Right.
That it was coming
Right.
from Disney, not
yeah,
Lucasfilm.
but
when
not
you
Lucasfilm.
when you find out, when you're going to the board at Disney and they're like, "Yeah, sit down and shut up, and we're going to tell you what to do."
Right.
When you find out that's what it was like, and I even have several thumbnails with Bob
I'm
Iger's
reading the
hand.
chat while you're talking.
Yeah, I mean, while Bob Iger's basically
Hi,
puppeteering
Lindsay.
her, and so you find out that, and you're like, oh, I gotta kind of instinctively hate her less. I mean, the people that hate Disney Star Wars as a whole are gonna hate her no matter what.
True.
That's their scapegoat. That's their Obama. That's
Right.
their thanks a lot, Obama.
Thanks, Kathleen
right?
Kennedy.
Right, and that's it, right? It's thanks a lot, Kathleen Kennedy.
Wow.
God,
It's
you're
true.
such a dick,
It's
right?
true. She is just like a scapegoat.
She's
for
a total
everything that
scapegoat.
everyone hates about it.
And that and I think she's accepted that role as like,
Yeah.
okay, I'm the
She
scapegoat.
doesn't give a shit.
No,
what
at this
you
point
think
she
of
doesn't.
it.
But at the same time, it's like, know the facts that it's coming from higher up. It's coming from a corporate level. Like she's
Right.
trying to do what we're kind of hoping, and then it's like, no, we want a little more DEI. No, we want a little more, this, that, and the other. Or we want this, LGBTQ LMNOP agenda, right? Like, it doesn't. It's not all her fault. Now, is there some that's her fault? Sure, there's might be some moments where it's like, Kathleen, you suck, right? Your producing may not be as good, but ultimately, I just get tired of the let's just throw the Kathleen bait because it's
You
easy.
can't please Star Wars fans.
Oh.
You can please a fan of Star Wars.
Right. It's kind of like, you can talk to a person, you can talk to a person about, their political agenda, but you put them in a group and it's like, let's burn them at the stake.
I feel like
Right.
there is a lot of I think also with Star Wars, the fact that anybody is just like, I didn't think this was going to get political. I'm like, I'm sorry. Are we not talking about the same thing? Did we not see the original films?
And did you not pay
Was-
attention to space Nazis?
I was going to say, was this not a metaphor for like Reagan in the 80s or something? Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
It's always been, and it will always be. So whenever they zero in on a particular group that they're already freaked out about, and then something shows up that reminds them of that, immediately they're going to be like, "Bah, Star Wars is woke." It's like, I don't know, hasn't it always been? Whatever that means.
Well,
It's about
and-
monsters in space.
And I get it.
Space wizards.
Acolyte had a lot of off-brand, silliness in the
I thought
space.
it was like a cartoon.
Right. But there was a lot of legs there, right? There's a lot
Right.
of good bones. Like if you really break down
It was dark, and I enjoyed that.
it was dark and I enjoyed it, and there's room for more, man. Like my big pitch has always been make that the first of a trilogy leading to Palpatine's emergence, right? Like use the Acolyte as the first time you see Plagueis, the
Yeah.
first time you see the rule of two in action, so to speak, and then in the next one you could call it Apprentice, right? And then this is where Plagueis finds Palpatine on Coruscant, and then plays his
Or-
other apprentice to kill his other apprentices, and then it's the Apprentice Wars.
Or just make a Dark Forces movie. Like,
Sure.
I mean, come on. It was the epitome of the form.
Yeah.
You're just fighting an endless array of like stormtroopers, and there's Vader's in the adjacent area, because that's like the best Star Wars, right? When there's like
Yeah.
a Vader, like the Empire's at their full force. I love the mythical stuff, but I feel like if you get too bogged down into that, you forget why the first Star Wars is so fun, where it's like a little bit of like George Orwellian, anti-fascist, propagandist adjacent, kind of like we're the winners of this rebellion. But then there's also space wizards, and I
Yeah.
feel like that's where the jam is. It's like right in the middle there.
Yeah, I mean, I just really want to see a scene where like a young Palpatine is covered in blood and his family's all over the floor. I just want to see him go like real dark, almost rated R, right? Like give us
Rated
that,
R Star Wars
give us that real dark, like
Could've
real
been-
dark shit,
could have been what the Book of Boba Fett would have been if he had gone dark. If he had done Dusk Till Dawn and all Spy Kids.
Yeah. No, Spy. That's a very good reference because it is very Spy Kids. I'm actually in the middle of writing season 2, first episode of Boba Fett.
Nice.
We're focusing more on the Jango Fett aspect of it because they teased a lot of that shit and they didn't give it to us, right? And so I'm in the process of writing that and going back into the Jango stuff, going back to Camino, figuring out Mandalorian roots, right? And doing that whole thing. So
Cool.
there's like I said, there's a lot of these stories that have a lot of room to grow, right? There's a lot of these stories that are maybe in incubation, right? They didn't really slap all the way they could have slapped.
Sure, but like I'm happy you're doing. Like we said, it's like we say every time. Star Wars, pizza. It's just if it's bad, it's still pizza.
Yeah,
Like I'm still happy to be here.
I mean, a piece of cardboard with sauce and cheese on it. I mean, you're still gonna bite
Still
into that,
pizza.
moment, you know what I mean?
That's
like
a
it's just,
pizza.
but yeah, I mean, I
It's
think
trash pizza.
there's a lot of room for these shows, and I think that just doing what Disney does, like the new Mighty Ducks show that they did with Emilio Estevez, and
yeah.
and deleting it from Disney Plus
Yes,
because
sad.
you feel it doesn't hit. I don't like that.
No, keep
I don't
it.
like that. Like let the people consume it at their pace because
You know who
actually
doesn't do that? Tubi. Tubi doesn't do that. Tubi
shows
doesn't care.
like Acolyte
yeah.
got a really good second resurgence on a rebound, right? They got a really good ratings on a rebound away from the drama. It's like I tell everybody, go watch this stuff after the premieres. Like let the haters put their stuff in their bag and take it home to the next show they're gonna shit on.
Yeah.
Right? And then get away from all that and then rewatch it.
Yeah,
And
I
like,
think don't like it's like any new program, any new game, give it a minute, there's going to be bugs.
yeah,
Get the third generation of it. And by that I mean let the whatever people that make their money, crapping on whatever's out there.
correct.
They're going to come through, they're going to do it, they're going to disappear, and then you get to sit down and watch it. And you're going to be like, "Oh, that was fun. I had a good time."
Well, I just rewatched. What did I just rewatch? I just rewatched Kenobi
yeah.
from stem to stern. I just rewatched Boba Fett from stem to stern, and with a little less noise in the air, they're much better.
I think the problem with a lot of Star Wars shows, I think we talked about this last time, is that you start at the beginning and then go to the end. And I think good Star Wars starts in the middle, flashes back to the beginning,
Yes.
and then ends.
Right.
And if they had done that with Kenobi, I think I would have liked it more. Like if it began with Kenobi saving a little girl on a spaceship, you're like, what's he doing? And you realize, oh, it's Leia. And then we flash back a little bit. I
Sure.
think that's a more entertaining version of that.
So you could almost machete order that show.
Yeah.
And
I think
it's
you
better.
should.
Right? That's
And I think that's what was my issue with that show, is that it was paced weirdly.
I mean, you could machete order that show and without editing a thing, just reshuffling the deck.
Right.
Just
Yeah.
a reshuffle of the deck, you could
That's
make
what I'm
that show
saying.
have a different tempo.
And I think that's what works. Like, I didn't like Andor the first time I saw it because I thought it started in a weird place. And I thought that the show should have begun where he and Skarsgård are on the ship. And then, like, that's where the show starts. Like, you're in the middle of the action. You don't know who anybody is. You're just kind of figuring it out. And then, when he's got some time to himself, he flashes back to the beginning, and you do the first 3 episodes. And then you catch up, and then you finish. Which I think is what Star Wars, to me, has always been. Is that you start in the middle of something going on, and then you have a break, and in that break, they explain how they got to now. And then I'm like, yeah, that's Star Wars.
So you can do. So you're saying you can do flashbacks during that break,
Yeah.
so to speak. You're saying
Sure.
those. That's
If
that's
you
the
want to
time.
do that, but you could also do the thing where they explain it in like poetic prose, kind of like Obi-Wan explaining like, oh yeah, your father was murdered by this guy and all this kind of stuff. You don't have to see it happen. You know what I mean? Like it can just be this legend you've heard. Then you meet the guy and you're like, oh, that's the guy?
Yeah.
And then you learn that there's a deeper thing. I think that that's what was so cool about the original Star
trilogy,
Wars,
yeah.
is that like there was a little ambiguity, and you just let that roll. Like okay,
Well,
Rise
I mean,
of Skywalker.
Yeah.
At the beginning of that movie, there's like this big space battle, and you're on the Millennium Falcon, and Poe's running by, and I forget what his name is. His name is like Flurbo or something. And he runs by this giant slug man who's working on the door. And he's like, dude, Slurbo, keep that going. And then he runs back. You never see Flurmo again until the very end of the movie, where they're like, he's in the like rebellion camp when Poe tells everybody that Palpatine has returned. You're like, oh, it's fucking Flurbo. What's up, dude? Like
You made it.
That's Star Wars to me. Like, don't tell me everything about Flurbo's own planet. I don't want to know. Just let Flurbo exist, and then we'll meet up later.
No, that's a very good point. And in the midst of brainstorming for this silliness that I'm doing, that's a good point, because I'm trying to tell something from a beginning point where maybe I need to start in the middle, right?
I think that's
forget
more
that
Star Wars to me.
because it even in episode 1, you get that same vibe. It starts with the Trade Federation. It starts with this different vibe.
Yeah.
And then you get, that's a very good point.
And then
that's
like
a very
that's
good point.
but I think that's what The Mandalorian did really well. And why I'm excited about this movie is like the first season of The Mandalorian just puts you right in the middle of it. You know the look, but you don't know who he is.
Right.
And like you don't know what he's after. Then you find out what he's after, and then you're like, oh damn, Baby Yoda. And then the adventure begins. But it doesn't start with the Mandalorian becoming the Mandalorian. It's just like, no, he's the Mandalorian. He's doing this job.
Well, and great segue. The new show is coming, right? So
Yeah.
the Mando and Grogu,
The film.
the film, right? There is still rumor that they're going to do a season 4 of the show. I guess
Cool.
after is the
Fine.
rumor,
No
which would be
problem.
great. But
Great.
but the movie's coming out now.
Yep.
I'm excited about this because they shoot all of their shows in movie format. So I'm excited to watch a complete vision
Yeah.
in one sitting that isn't chopped up to make basically put 10 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag, right? you're trying
It's
to
true.
you're trying to
It's
stuff
true.
as
It
much
doesn't
in
need
that
to be it doesn't
38
need to
minutes
be-
or
right.
42 minutes. If you're going to give me the whole story, give me an hour and a half, 2 hours
Yeah.
of
we don't
nonstop
need to-
Star
We
Wars.
don't need to leave it out.
The only thing I'm sad about is I have to see the movie 2 or 3 times because I have to pick different spots to pee. Right? Like you miss so much. You're like, do we catheter this shit?
No.
Fuck
You
it."
dehydrate ahead of time. Don't drink any water.
And then
lock
and then
in.
halfway
You
through the
won't
movie you
remember
can
it.
have something to drink.
Yeah.
And
Pace
eat
yourself.
all the popcorn. But yeah,
Try
so
out.
this movie coming out, I thought they were done. I mean, I knew that they were going to do more stuff with them, but I thought they were done with their adventures, so to speak. So I think I've seen the trailer. I think the only thing I'm most excited about is to see another Razor Crest.
Super
I think that's
into
the thing. That's the thing that I'm really excited about. But on the other side, I'm curious how they're gonna handle so many. There's so many things. Is Gina Carano coming back now that the lawsuit's over and everybody's friendly? Is how are they going to deal with Grief Karga now that Homeboy's gone?
Right.
Like are we going back to Mandalore? Like what? Did are they going to pull a Palpatine? Did Moff Gideon survive? Like what?
I
don't-
love that I know that dude from The Bear is a Hutt character. He plays like Jabba's nephew.
Oh,
And that's
Nero.
really interesting to me.
Nero
That's
the
all I
Hutt.
know. Yeah.
So
I
he
guess
played-
that's involved.
Well, and I heard excuse me. I read and saw that Jabba's son Stinky from the Clone Wars
Yeah.
is actually the one in the one that's in the fighting pit.
Fighting pit.
Is actually Jabba's son Stinky from the Clone Wars. The one that Ahsoka and Anakin saved.
Can we bring back Mala, Itchy, and Lumpy? They're older now, right?
Well-
Chewbacca's 1,000 years old. That's cool, but we never see Mala again.
I mean, I want to see Itchy in the fighting pits with Stinky. I think Stinky and Itchy. It's like
Yeah,
the
I'm
Itchy and
happy.
Scratchy
Let's-
show.
You open
right?
the door, George
Fight,
Lucas.
fight.
Let's see.
Fight. Fight.
They're both
Right?
kind of gross, and I can't understand them.
Right. Yeah. I mean, there's going to be some fun, interesting stories, but I need this to not just be. I need this movie to not just be fan fodder.
Well,
I need this movie to have stakes in the greater picture, right? Because that's
I feel like there's only going to be so much of that we're going to actually get. Because it's Star Wars, and it's going to all be that, right?
well, I mean, if there's one thing the Mando show has done is it's always led us with a purpose, right? The first
Right.
season we figure out who these characters are. We figure out Grogu and who he is and this whole thing. But second season we get a little more. Third season they kind of wrap it up and put
Right.
a real nice Disney bow on it, right? You're just like, oh man, that's it. That's what Disney does, right? And so I'm curious how they get us out of that, right? Because you're retired with your kid on Naboo or on Navarro. I'm like, damn, he went somewhere special. Naboo, he must be rich. But he's on Navarro hanging out with Grogu. Grogu's picking up frogs. They put a nice bow on it. I got to see how they get him out, right? I'm a little worried how you get him out. And I need to know that this is going to get us to what Filoni has described as the Marvel Cinematic Universe
You know,
moment, right?
I don't look. They did that in what was it, season 2 when you had Luke, right? I feel like they've already managed to get Mando into the mix, and I thought that was a really cool place to be. So I'm interested to see what more we can do
Well, the
because
important
they're
thing
going to
is,
bridge it into Force Awakens, right?
well, eventually, way down the road. But first, we have to handle the business at hand, which is the Shadow Council
Yeah.
that is leading to the return of Palpatine with the cloning, and the conflict that is coming with Thrawn. Right. So
Yeah.
these two things have to.
Oh, if Thrawn is in this movie.
Well,
Give me.
I don't know that Thrawn is going to be in this movie, but
No!
I know that this is going to have. This is, in my humble view, this is all going to lead to the Shadow Council stuff,
That tracks.
to the cloning facility, mainly because that's the direction that they went in when Force Awakens. So Palpatine, they have to be working towards Palpatine. They finally got a cloned Force user in Gideon. He finally was able to crack the code and had like a dozen of them ready to go. Like, so we know that's leading to that. I think this movie is going to lead us more towards the Shadow Council more than anything. And that's going to lead us potentially to an end scene where Thrawn is involved
Cool.
coming into Ahsoka season 2
Into it.
because those two forces have to meet and fight it out.
What if
Right.
none of that happens? What if it's just like what they did with Solo and it's just like a caper movie?
No, because of the new news that Filoni is potentially the new CEO of creative,
Yeah.
right? I think because he wrote some of these episodes in Mando, directed his first time in this show, I think he's got to fulfill that directional arc, right? That's kind of why I use the crazy Charlie crazy map, right? Because there's a lot of that going on, and I think Dave has to now go back through and thread some things in, and I think that's why Acolyte. I think that's one of the reasons Acolyte got pushed to the off the table, is
Because this is where they're going to do it.
this is what they have to do right now because they have to finish that story. They can't concentrate $230 million on another show that doesn't progress the current narrative, right? Like that was a great idea. I think ill-timed. I think they could have waited to release that show till a little later when they were a little further in the Mando cinematic zone. But I think right now they can't waste money on anything that doesn't lead us to the cinematic, because the cinematic thing is going to be Thrawn versus the Shadow Council, right? Palpatine's
That's such a cool idea. I hope that's what
cloning,
happens.
right? Because Thrawn's got to leave some way. Either he's got to leave the galaxy to go help his people, right? Fight their fight, or he has to try to take over the whole thing, and then the whole Palpatine, resurrection has to snub him out.
Right.
So did the good guys
okay.
did the good guys help the bad guys snub out the bad that they think is worse, and then eventually it's Palpatine's return and they didn't know that they helped the real
Or is
bad
that
guy?
just like in the background and we get touches of that as we go on?
I don't know if they can finish that in the Mando movie. That's why I think they have to kind of touch it, because the Ahsoka movie is going to have to do, I think, some of the
All that
lifting with
lifting.
Thrawn.
Yeah, okay.
Right, because
Okay.
that's where we saw Hera. That's where Ezra's back, right? Ezra's going to teach Kanan and Hera's
Kanan, yeah.
kid, so Jason's going to learn from Ezra. Like, it's going to be this whole cycle that they have to do in that show, because people really want that payoff. They want to see Jason Syndulla with a lightsaber by the end of the series, right? And so that Ahsoka thing that's coming with Abeloth, right? That whole thing is stirring. There's a lot coming.
You think they're going to touch on that in the Mando and Grogu?
No, but I think they have to leave Thrawn off the
Oh, you have to be
table.
off the table. Okay, that's
Or
interesting.
touch on it at the end when the
He's
Shadow
old.
Council.
He's an old vampire from space.
Right.
He's lived 1,000 billion years. He could show up in the background and be like, "I'll see you in the next movie."
Well, yeah, I mean, basically it's going to be the Shadow
my mind,
Council
he has
getting
a vampire
exposed,
voice.
and maybe at the last scene of the show is going to be Thrawn walking into the Shadow Council as they're like, all you talk about is Thrawn's return, Thrawn, and then the next thing is he walks in and he's like, did somebody say my name?
I wanted him so badly to have a Bela Lugosi Dracula voice, because that's how I heard him when I read the Timothy Zahn book.
Right,
He's like,
right.
this terrible boy.
Right, but
I
then
will
you have
burn the Empire to the
you have so many
ground."
fans that fell in love with the Rebels version,
Yeah, also
and
great.
and that's where that
Oh
voice and
yeah,
that
no, I
actor
get it.
and
It tracks.
I see. Because I have that Rebel stuff in my mind first. That's how I see Thrawn in the books. Just a just
Interesting. Okay.
just a little more like when he was training with the droids and a little more gritty, not so proper and imperial. That's how I see him in the books because that's my visual image.
If you ever
Right.
played Shadows of the Empire, wait, was it? Yeah, Shadows of the Empire
Yeah.
for the N64. There's like a Thrawn cameo
Yeah.
or two in that.
Yeah.
And I swear he's just like, yes, I am a vampire from space.
I think that's how they originally illustrated that
I
character.
wanted it so bad.
But you know,
Bleh.
I'm really excited to see what's coming with Ahsoka because the whole like again going back to those EU stories and bringing them back in like Abeloth could be a lot of fun, right?
Yeah, do some weird, like, go off, get into the weird stuff.
And they really are. I mean, I'm curious to see how they, you know, how the dog portrays Ray Stevenson in Ahsoka, right? Because that's how I
Right.
see that dude. I see
Yeah.
that dude in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But I'm very curious to see how they, you know, they stitch this stuff up. I'm hoping I got some of my own theories that, you know, people are going to get their bodies taken, like body snatcher style shit's going to happen in this next season of Ahsoka. But honestly, I'm patient. I don't need my Star Wars now all at once, here at once. Everything is wrapped
Yeah,
up.
take your time. They said that after Solo.
Yes.
That it's like, we're going to stop making a Star Wars movie every year.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, you don't need to. We're fine. I
Well,
like
and
to
I-
return.
And I'm excited to see this on the big screen. I'm excited to go back to the theaters and watch. Yes,
Aggressively
it is.
relaxing.
it is the bird guy.
How are you? Good to see you. We are, in fact, talking about Star Wars.
Yes, this is the place. Now, I've noticed that. I'm going to sidebar for a second. I've
Sidebar.
noticed you haven't really done a big Star Wars
Yeah.
sequence in a while.
It's
You-
true.
You toss it in now and then. You have fun with it, but I haven't seen a real like go at it. I know how you do your stuff at the bar. Is there any topic that you've really wanted to touch on that you haven't had the opportunity to
There
yet?
was okay, so I have a 1 hour show that I've been rolling around the country that I hope to bring to you at home.
Oh, yes.
I would love to. We're gonna tape it at some point. We're gonna film it and put it. on
Do
the
that
internet.
shit here. Come
Um,
here. I'll rent the stage.
Well, let's go.
Yeah, I'm dead.
the,
I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass, as the
Dead
kids
ass.
say.
I
Dead
miss
ass.
I haven't heard dead ass in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Like. It's called Chad versus the Internet, and it's a 1 hour show that I wrote that has a lot of connections to like me running down, not talking about Star Wars, and ending up talking about Star Wars. I've done
Yes.
that a couple of times, but like there hasn't been a story of late that has really kind of popped that like light, that like pop bumper in my brain where I'm like, oh yeah, we should talk about Star Wars on this one. It just hasn't happened yet.
Right.
I'm assuming this year there will be one.
There should be. There's
but,
a lot
like,
coming out.
That's true. I would love so like usually when that kind of thing happens is that there's like some cool Star Wars news that I really want to talk about or like something that I learned about that I really want to get into. I mean, I'll do it for class. I've done that droid rant before about
Yes.
what droids are about and stuff.
And we love your
And by
droid
the way,
rants.
yes, I know I didn't bring up the HK series. We talked about this last time. I'm going to do a whole goddamn stream about the HK series just to make you stop asking me about it. I don't care. There's plenty
love
of other
it.
things to talk about.
No,
There's so
are
many
there-
droids.
Are there any other like off Star Wars topics that you're dying to talk about that just haven't made it to the stage yet, or to the
Oh, you
to
mean
the,
like-
to the
like
mill, or anything?
Any of that stuff yet?
Yeah, anything.
So I'm always down to talk about pinball, of course, but like nobody wants to hear about it. There's a couple of like little weird news stories that kind of slipped through that I didn't get a chance to really dive into. I want to talk about Rob Reiner. I didn't talk about like I didn't feel it was right to talk about it at the time for it was such a fresh and horrible moment. But like there's I don't know. I have to go back over my notes. There's a bunch of stories I didn't get to talk about that I get because like my producer Cody, hey Cody, always sends me like 10 or 12 like good ideas, and I have to kind of parse through them because we only have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And there have been a couple that have just been like, oh, we can't do that one, but I really want to talk about that. If I remember what they are, I will regale you with the tale. But this last week, what did I talk about that was pretty dope? This last week, I talked about something that was about Denny's having syrup-filled shoes. That was the thing I talked about. That was really fun, but
Yes,
didn't have,
I
like-
watched the syrup one yesterday. It was fantastic.
It's
we
true.
we like I said, we watch a lot of your sets day of or day after, depending on what the work schedule has to do with, and it's pretty much blaring through the whole house. If the neighbors don't hear it, I'd be surprised.
Oh, well, I'm glad to know that I'm being quoted accurately in your neighborhood.
Oh yeah, oh no, the birds in our neighborhood know very well now. You know,
All the really fun Star Wars stuff recently for people that are actually keeping up with books and movies
Yeah.
probably doesn't make brave. That's true. High Republic jokes are not landing right now. You're
Yeah.
not wrong.
Not
I remember
wrong.
what it was. It was Vine is coming back, and I wanted
yes.
to talk about Vine for a little bit, but we ended up talking about there was something about a jet that we ended up I forget, but yeah, I mean because we get so many of those in a row that I'm like, really, you could pick like 10 news stories.
Well,
that
I mean,
wish
the
could
news,
talk about.
the media moves so fast now. It's easy
It's
to
true.
find. I mean, the highlighted stories like the bear, the
Yeah.
bear stealing the car. That bit was great, and basically writes itself for you. I mean, those guys are morons, right? So
Oh, you know what? You know what really? Okay, you know what really was like a story I wish I would have been able to talk about. So when I talked about the Pope being from Chicago, when I did the Pope was from Chicago,
yes,
there I kept talking about how he was going to he'll throw a rave in front of the Vatican with DJ Guillerme, who's the DJ priest, and he actually did it. Like that just happened, and I was like,
why didn't I get it? What you're
he
like? Why
got
didn't I
my
get an invite?
tweets. Oh my god, it's so cool because like he started off one of the raves in front of the Vatican that Guillerme was doing, and it's the Pope talking, and I was like, it happened. The prophecy came true.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that was
That's
a good one.
awesome. That's a great.
Yeah,
That's
I
a
don't-
great.
I never really look ahead at like what we got going on because you can't, especially when you're doing news stuff, because you're like, well, I don't know what's going on. So like,
Right.
when it happens, it happens.
Well, and it
But
can
yeah, I
change tomorrow.
guarantee you, and it always does. I guarantee you, I'll write something about Star Wars this year. I'm not sure
Well-
what, but something.
Yeah, I mean the idea that the way you spice it in is great because it's not always, and then every now and again you'll spice. See, I have my best time watching the audience when you're at the
people
mill.
love to do that.
The audience is great because every now and again there's like one or two people that are like, I'm not laughing today. Like I'm just not. And then you break them, and you watch them kind of break, and it's just like, yeah, you got them. And so sometimes I'll watch them 2 or 3 times over the course of a month, and I'll watch a different person during your act, and then as soon as. Sometimes you got the whole room, but every now and again there's somebody that's like, I'm in a bad mood. I'm not laughing. I'm here to drink my beer, not laugh.
Or they're just tanked because that bar,
Yes.
they pour heavy. We'll get people be like, why isn't that person in the front row having a good time? I'm like, because they're stoinked, bro. They can't see right now. Do you know how hardcore their old fashions are there?
Right.
It's like a whisper of simple syrup, and that's it.
Yeah,
And these
yeah.
guys come in at like noon
Right.
to get seats. So they've been sitting there for 3 hours before we even start. They've had 2 of these, which is the equivalent of like 9 bottles of wine. And then by the time it's me, they're like, yeah, that's a good idea. And people are like, why is that guy so sad? I'm like, he's crying because he's drunk. You need to let him just get this out. Don't judge him. He paid for this.
He's been here this whole time
You
so he
drink?
can cry up front.
You drink like you're retired after like making shoes for a living, just sloshing it in this old city atmosphere. You're done by the time it's even 2.
That's
So
great.
yeah, you got to go easy on them.
Now, I know you spend your time, between working the road and being at home. Do you game in your downtime?
I do. I do.
What do you Star Wars game? Do you
Okay. Right now on my Switch, I'm crushing Hades because that was hardcore recommended to me. Having a great time.
The Switch is great on the road too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's so nice.
It's really great. I
It's
take
like
mine on the road too.
They brought back Game Boys.
I know.
It's like, yes, we have Game Boys again.
Well, and I can play it in the airport when it's just me and my screen.
Right.
Or I can hook it up to the TV and play it like I did when I was a kid, sitting on the edge of the bed in a
Yep.
hotel room.
I bring my
So-
dock just so that I can plug it into
Yeah,
wherever
man.
the hotel room TVs are. Because I'm like, I don't need your news. I don't need your Netflix. I'm in this. This is
And if
me
I
here.
don't have internet, I can play a game that's downloaded that's vintage, or I can get on the internet and play stupid shit with my friends like Mario
Right.
Kart or Mario Golf or something, right? So
No,
I'm
I think
on
this
the
is
same boat.
best. I feel like the PlayStation 4 was cool, but the Switch is better.
Yeah, the Switch is just great, especially if you're traveling. You put it in your travel case, you take it out. It's the battery life is forever, right? If you really love a game and you want to play it offline when you're on the plane, you just buy the game and get the card and put it in the cart and you're done.
I just
Right.
got for myself because this is canon, by the way. My favorite of the Nintendo games is Castlevania.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so I got they have a collection. I think it was like the 30th anniversary or 40th anniversary
Yeah,
or
something like that.
where it's like all the Castlevania games, including Kid Dracula, not Symphony of the Night because Sony, but like all the Nintendo ones, and it is just like even the Game Boy ones. And I'm like, yeah, this is where I'll just live here. Come find me. And because Super Castlevania for the Super Nintendo is my favorite. Speaking of Super Star Wars, that's in my like vintage haul in my Switch, vintage Super Nintendo games.
Yep.
Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back. Not so much Return of the Jedi.
I have I think I have the Nintendo version of Empire Strikes Back. I think was probably one of the hardest games
Ever.
when I was a kid.
I believe.
I still think Kid Icarus is the hardest Nintendo game ever made. You get 3 lives for that entire game.
Vintage.
Whatever sick fuck designed that game had no idea how.
Was it an arcade game first, or was it
Yeah,
always a
I think
home
it was.
console game?
I think
that's
it was.
a quarter chucker, is what that is.
Oh man, you could sit there all day.
All day.
That game is so. I mean, my buddy did it on the Switch with saves and backups. It still took him 3 days.
Yeah, well,
Like-
it's not for the faint of heart.
No. I mean,
It's not designed to be finished either.
Well, and somebody quoted a video game thing the other day that I thought that was really brilliant. It's like people of our generation learned how to problem solve because we didn't have resets and saves and all this
Right.
stuff. So we learned how to problem solve. We learned a different skill set. Whereas gamers now are like, I'll just save and come back, or like, use the save points in the Switch or whatever to make it easier, which is great. Or the 15-second rewind, the 3-play rewind or whatever.
I love that.
Yeah, it's great.
I love being able to just like crush back on something.
Yeah, it's
and be
great.
like, nope, didn't happen. Nope, wipe it from your memory. Moving on. Men in
So
Black.
with that being said, have you heard of the new Star Wars games that have been announced? The Jakku, there's a
wait! The Racers one.
Right.
I saw the trailer for that.
That's coming out
I'm
this
all
year.
in. I'm all in.
It seems like a cross between the old Pod Racer and almost like F-Zero. I feel
Yeah,
like it's
or
very
like what is that? Like the Gran Torino.
Yes.
whatever is the one like Turismo.
Mm-hmm.
It has that vibe. Like it's super fast. It looks like it's like a
It's
little
got that,
technical. It's got some button mashy.
It's got that KOTOR
Yeah.
speeder racer feel too, right? So it's that we were talking about the other night. I'm really excited for that game. I think that game could be a lot of fun. I think if they were smart, they would add a prox chat.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that you could talk shit while you're racing in the
Are
closer
you not
get
able to
somebody.
wear a headset while you play that game? That
I
would
don't
be
know.
stupid.
I hope so, because those are my favorite games. Like if I can get closer to somebody and all you hear is tuk, 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 tuk,
Yeah.
tuk, and I'm like catching you, I'm like, I'm coming, bitch. I'm coming. Like
I'm hoping that's the case.
I really do also.
They have the technology.
I think every multiplayer game in 2026 should have that. It
What
should
was the
be
name of the Star Wars one that happened like 3-4 years ago? That was a flight sim.
Squadrons.
Squadrons. Yeah,
I played
like
the
that.
shit out of that. I was really bad at it, but I played the shit out
It's
of it.
hard.
It's
a
really
it's a
hard.
true flight simulator.
Yeah, if
You're
you're
like, I don't
good,
need this much. Just make it go. and
yeah,
shoot,
if you're
shoot.
one of those guys that's got like the stick and the yoke, and you're like you can fly the helicopter games, that's your game.
Yeah,
right?
you'd love
like
it.
no joy, but
Especially
I
in VR. Like I've seen people playing that in VR before, and I'm like, I'll bet that's dope.
I will probably get sick, to be honest. Like I'll probably not having done 360s and on a Z axis, I'd probably get sick.
I've played a couple of VR games, and on a what are those things called? MetaQuests.
Oh yeah.
They're fucking dope, man.
Yeah, I mean, the technology is so crazy.
It's great.
I mean, I wish I had won the lottery so that I could just develop a gaming company to make the kind of games that we want to make. So yeah, Galactic Racer is the newest game they come out. They came out with a now. Were you a big Knights of the Old Republic guy
No,
back when it came out?
I didn't. I don't believe it caught my eye. I knew of it. I knew of its existence, but at that time, I wasn't sure about buying. I think I was playing something else. I don't remember what it was. But like I was really. What was the one that was the? They just did a sequel to it. Recently. Oh, you're the Jedi.
Jedi Survivor.
Yeah, Survivor.
Yep.
I played. Was it
Fallen Order?
Yeah, maybe that was the one I was playing. But that would have been after.
Yes.
Old Republic.
Oh
So I
yeah,
never-
years.
Yeah, I never. Canonically, I'm only 14. But so like I missed out.
Well,
on some
and the
of
reason
stuff
I
that's
ask is
on.
because it's on the Switch.
Right, I have
So,
not been able to play. It.
So they are making a sequel, not sequel,
Cool.
of KOTOR.
Oh,
So
interesting.
it's called Fate of the Old Republic.
I'm googling it while you're talking.
Yeah, and Fate of the Old Republic is basically what we're gathering is a sequel to Knights of the Old Republic. And so you have
Oh.
a couple of cool callbacks in the trailer.
Ooh,
And
this is fun.
and it looks really awesome. We think it's going to dive potentially back into that Revan story that we got in KOTOR.
Ooh, cool. Eclipse is that like gonna be?
No,
part of it?
Eclipse is the one that never came out.
Oh,
Eclipse is the
interesting.
one where the gaming company went under, then came back, then went under. This is Fate of the Old Republic.
Cool.
And then the Jakku racing game.
Yeah, Galactic Racer. I think
yeah.
that's what that one's called.
That one looks amazing.
Awesome. That's what I want, man. Like, I love my story game. You know, I'm fine, but for the most part, it's going to be third person. I'm going to have, like, giant open world, and I guess that's fun, but I need some structure. So the idea of it, because, like, I love a Zelda, but not a Red Dead, right? Like, I don't care about GTA 6. Like, I recognize its cultural significance.
Right.
But, like, I don't care that we've got
neither.
all that we've got and still not got GTA 6. We got Denny's syrup shoes without, and still haven't gotten before GTA 6. So, like, I get it. But,
I mean,
like,
shit. Stargate is getting a rebirth before we have
Stargate
GTA
games?
6. Like,
Let's go.
oh, you didn't hear about the new Stargate rebirth?
Yeah, I saw about that.
Oh,
but I'm
it's
excited
great.
about like the prospect of Stargate games.
Oh, I know.
Right now that we have that coming back, like, hey, let's do. You just did a Hellraiser game. You can do
And
a
that
Stargate
would be
game.
so dope. Open world Stargate game.
Yeah,
would be
now that does sound
sick.
interesting. You just jumping in and out.
Just jumping in and out of gates and
Let's
like
do
running
that.
into Jaffa and
you
like
do like a oh my
dude.
god, do an Assassin's Creed,
Dope.
but like you're going through the Stargate and you have to go back to like the planet and take on.
And you could totally pick which part of your team like which person on your team you're playing at.
Right.
Like that old
Oh.
Final Fantasy way. Oh,
I'm
don't-
in. You heard
I
me.
mean, you said
Let's go.
Stargate. I'm already in.
Let's go.
Like Stargate, Star Wars. I'm all anything. I mean, aside from the Trek, I'm pretty much all of them. I mean, I like
There's
some
a
of the Trek.
Stargate pinball that I got
Oh.
to play
Oh,
that I believe came out the year of the movie, which was
96.
96 something. Okay.
96.
And it's fun. It could have been better, but since Stern and all those guys have been about revamping and remastering classic games, I think they need to stop doing games that were already popular. Like they
Yeah.
just remastered Walking Dead, which was a classic. It's a great game. 2014, solid. They remastered like Monster Bash, which is a personal fave. They've remastered Attack from Mars and like all those other ones. I'm like, no man, get in there and do the weird shit like Johnny Mnemonic, and then like Stargate. Like get in like Johnny Mnemonic, terrible
I've
movie,
never even
great
seen
game.
a Stargate table.
Oh, it's hard to find.
I've never even seen that
I
one. That would
believe
be
that's
awesome.
Williams. I'm going to Google it while we're talking.
I have never seen that one. That would be a lot of fun. I'm
Stargate.
on a deep dive right now. I started from episode 1. I'm on a dive. I think I'm in season 6 now. So like I watch it at like 4 a.m. when the house is asleep on
Solid.
headphones.
They try to bring back Quantum Leap. Speaking of back in that day,
I loved that show.
yeah.
And even the new one. The new one I really like too. I think it got kiboshed already.
Yeah, a little bit. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's from Gottlieb, 1995.
Yeah.
You can really, you know, you can get
Oh,
one
maybe
for
it was
like
93.
1500.
Maybe it was 93 if they made the cabinet in 95.
I'm trying to find
Because
well,
that's what I think that's when the show started was in 95,
Maybe it was 94.
96. It might have been.
This
So-
one is the James Spader one, though, for sure.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. That's the original movie the movie, the cinematic movie, not the show.
It had a cool. Here, wait, if you can see this.
It's
It had a
crazy
cool.
that that's Vader. Oh
Like,
yeah.
it had a cool.
Oh, it had the temple and the hot
it
dog
up.
and everything.
There you go. So you can see the.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm like I
Thank
said,
you.
I'm knee deep right now. I know what a Haktori is and everything right now.
Yes!
I could speak the language right now.
Let's
It's
go.
ridiculous.
When you're getting MacGyver is in it. Let's dance.
Oh, dude, no, Richard's like my all fave. Like my friends used to make fun of me because I would just like, I just sit at home and watch The Gate, man. Like I just enjoy it.
Watching the Gate.
I just sit at home and watch The Gate. They used to make fun of me. I love The Gate. That's what led to all of this. So you're going to San Francisco.
That's true.
You're doing class out there. That's going to be exciting. Is Sarah going with you?
Yeah, Sarah Benincasa will
Excellent.
be with me, and so will. Hang on, I have to pull up our cool list of guests. that are gonna
Is
be-
Cody making the flight also?
Cody's going to be in charge of the flight.
Oh,
so
hell yeah.
on the show we've got Sarah Benincasa is going to be obviously involved.
Yep.
Connor Ratliff and Griffin Newman, if you know
Okay.
who they are, and Eugene Cordero is going to
Okay.
be on board with us, and that's going to be a hell of a show. I don't know if you know what that's like, but class has got its own vibe. If you guys don't know who those guys are, Google them. They're lovely people, and they're doing a lot of work in your time right now.
Yeah, I mean,
Cordero is on Lower Decks, right? I think that's right.
I think that's correct.
He was in Loki
Okay.
for sure.
Yep.
He's the guy that was with the Cube, but he was also I think he was in a Star Wars one, right?
What up, Lamb?
Yeah, he was in Mandalorian. That's
Mandalorian.
right.
Yep.
And
Well,
we're definitely
and that's
I'm gonna definitely bring up Star Wars.
well, yes, you should definitely. You should definitely do that and send us a pic from the show.
we
we're
will,
gonna be
don't worry.
we're gonna be following anyway because we're kind of like I wear your merch to work.
Yeah, nice to rep. Thank you.
Oh, dude, I have pictures of me on the bench at NHL and like taking like, well, honestly, just I can't say what kind of pictures I'm taking, but I'm sending my friend a colorful vibe in a selfie, and you could see your face in the background of the
I'll
picture.
take it.
So like I wear the merch like nonstop. In fact, I'm going to email you a link. And in fact, I want you to email me the sizes of everybody on your team
Cool.
because I just figured out with my new merch shop how to do like giveaways and promotional and like specific codes for like here's this and that. So
Yep.
send me sizes.
Okay.
Go through my merch shop. Send me sizes of everybody
Can
on your
do.
team because I want to send you guys some links. So I don't have to send it to you. You just send it to yourself, and it's
Right,
gonna,
and then it
it's
says
gonna
that's
bill
what we
me.
use.
Yep.
What is the company that you use?
I'm on Fourth Wall,
Okay.
and I'm really digging the product. I was on where was I? I mean, I was selling from Etsy for a long time, but Fourth Wall goes through your YouTube also. But then you can also I also do a lot more, and I really like the merch that they have. It's got different styles. The quality I felt was a lot better. The surface area is a lot bigger.
Okay.
So that was a big thing for me with this shirt. It covers more of the whole area, which I really dug. So
That's nice.
go through the merch shop, tell your team to find a couple things they like, and then I can send the free link so I can send you guys your stuff and have it delivered. You guys can just have it delivered straight to your place.
Thank you.
I don't have to come through me and be like, what am I sending it to? Fuck all that. Just like this way, it's like, boom, here's a free link. Send it to yourself. It'll bill
Yeah.
me. So you guys can get some for, make sure the whole team gets a link.
Can do.
Because I really want you guys to have some merch.
Yeah.
And then we are, and I'm also going to order some new merch because now I've been wearing your shirt at work so much, it's starting to get, we have cats. so-
Jen Work Channel says, show us that amazing shirt again, please.
Yeah. So this is actually her design. So she actually painted it.
Whoa!
And so there's a canvas print in our home, and I took that, had some buddies from YouTube help me get the artwork right.
That's
And
fantastic.
then we use her merch everywhere. We have pins, we have lanyards,
pretty.
we have like everything. I have all kinds of stuff here that's old that we took to like Star Wars Celebration, and which is what we're doing in 2027 in Anaheim. We're going to go back to Celebration in Anaheim in 2027. So so make sure send me an email with some sizes
Can
or
do. We'll have new stuff on my merch page. There's still stuff you can get if you go to my website. But
Yeah.
like, we're gonna have some new ones that are coming from the pinball stream because we're finally just gonna start making janky shirts. that like come up in the pinball chat because there's so many like phrases that have become like a thing that we keep talking about.
Yeah.
So if you've been watching my pinball streams and you know what I'm talking about,
Yep.
there was like a whole series where we were talking about somebody in the chat tried to say Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I think they were doing voice to chat, and it came back Stone Bold Beef Boston. So we do have an official run of Stone Bold Beef
Yes,
Boston shirts
that's
that will
great.
be available in the next month.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to
It's
it.
gonna be. I'm so excited about this new venture.
Yeah, I love the merch. So like I said, I rep the merch of every channel that we support and every channel that we're a part of, and we bring on the show. I buy merch from everybody because I love it, but
Yeah.
we also like sending our stuff out. So yeah, tell the crew, tell Cody,
Tell the crew.
There's a Hawaiian shirt on there that's like little R2s on a white.
That sounds
it's-
awesome.
Yeah, there's all kinds, like I said, and there's all kinds of sizes. So make sure there's stuff for you to put on under the jacket and like, some stuff that you're getting down on, because I made sure to put some smaller stuff on there knowing there's a 3 or 4 Apple fan out in the world. And I want to make sure my Apple friends, get some merch
Yeah.
too. So
Get your merch.
yeah. So make sure to do that. Like I said, I'm on the link daily doing that kind of stuff. So that let me know what you guys like so that I can make sure to get you guys the right links. And then it'll just be like, put your address in because this sucker paid for it. But yeah, and like I said, if you have the desire to come out west and to come to Vegas in the nicer times when it's spring and you're not going to melt, let us know, because we want to make sure you're taken care of, and we want to make sure, get you a room to set up in so it's as little cost out of pocket. And then, like I said, we'll talk about if you want to do something. Maybe I have a fantastic producing staff also. I have an in-house producer that's produced Emmy Award-winning television. So if it comes down to it, we could talk to the Pinball Museum folks and be like, hey, you've got some space in the back. Can we set up a little something?
That would be dope.
And then we could kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. You know what I mean?
We
And-
shouldn't be killing any birds if I'm going to be there, but
I mean,
we will be stoned.
But yes, we should be stoned. Let me rephrase that. We should kill those brain cells of birds with 2 stone.
I think Jen's got her hand up.
Yeah, she's there. She's all about it. Yeah,
Can I
she's
help
downstairs taking a bow because this is one of the streams she's actually watching.
Oh, I thought you had a question.
No. She's accepting her producer role as as getting that happen. So yeah, we could go talk to the pinball people and like
Okay.
set up something in the back, and then people can watch if they want. But the best part is we have pinball in the background.
We could be streaming from there.
You know,
too. We
so
could do that.
that's what I'm saying. Like, let's stream it. You want to put on
Okay.
a show? Let's put on a show.
All right, let's figure it out.
So, but yeah, we'll figure it out. But like I said, have a great time out west. Enjoy the good weather, because I know it's colder. It's colder here right now, but I know it's cold where you are.
So far, it hasn't been terrible, but we have been getting ready for it to be.
Well, you weren't like New York. The boys in New York were getting pounded
Yeah, it was
with
bad.
some snowfall. So
We did have it for like a hot minute, and then it was gone.
luckily you guys dodged it, and we never really get it. So it's
Jen,
been great here. But yeah,
will be.
yeah,
We will be.
yeah, she's ready for it, man. We're excited to ring in the new year and have you on and to get to chop it up.
We
because
are trying to figure out how to get to Vegas. We are trying to figure out our tour schedule. We
Yeah.
have a little bit of time to figure it out, but we will let everybody know.
Yeah, and
you
like I
won't
said,
hear
we-
me not talking about it. I
we
promise
want to
you.
come
We
out
get
to
really
Chicago also in spring and check out
Yeah.
what you do in your
We'll be
environment.
there.
So she's always hounding me to go places, and she's like, "Let's go to Chicago and see."
Jen says the only time I went to Chicago is -19.
It was.
Oh, were you there in June? Okay.
Yeah, it was.
So
doing
balmy.
we were doing a UFC fight, and it was a blizzard. I almost lost a toe. So it
oh,
was brutal.
that's the thing we were doing that's happening now. I'm doing a robot fight at the end of the month. I'm doing a Robo Riot on January 31st out of Logan Arcade. They built an octagon in there. We did it like last month,
That's
and it was
awesome.
super fun. So yeah, come check that out too.
No, we will, and in fact, that's sweet. I'm into that. We will promo the shit out of that here. Send us a link.
send you some stuff.
Yeah, send me some stuff. We will promo the shit out of
I'll
that.
send
That
all
sounds
of you
fun.
things. All of you.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I know you have schedule, and I
do
know
have to
that we've been here for about an hour. I just wanted to chop it up. I just
Have
wanted,
we?
Yeah, we have. When we're talking Star Wars and bullshit, it just goes.
Barely even got to the surface.
But yeah, I mean, we rarely scratch the surface. I mean, we could literally go like super deep, and that could take hours. But
could
I'd
do
rather
that.
do that with you here.
Yeah, let's do
And
that.
then we could chop it up, and there's no timelines for you to get away. You know, we can do
let's
it. But
do
yeah,
that.
I just wanted to chop it up. I've been trying to get you out here just to talk Star Wars and just hang out, because I watch you and we comment every now and again, and it feels like such a fun vibe when you're around. Every show I see you go on, you're having such a good time, and the vibe is so hot. And I just wanted to bring some of that here, and I just wanted to kind of get some of that good energy starting the year, man, because it's a new
we got to
year.
put it out there.
And you put it out in such a good way, man. So we wanted to get your pink ass over here. We wanted to show those colors and really enjoy it, man. So thank you for coming by.
Thank you as always for having me.
Anytime, and like I said, we will get together and try to get something going. I'm really looking forward to it. As always, don't forget, everybody, spay and neuter your pets. Help control the pet population. Don't forget, life is short. That's why they call it a gift. That's why it's the present. Right? So make sure, if you hate somebody, tell them the truth. Tell them you hate them. Fucking I hate you. Or if you love them, tell them you love them. But be honest today, because you don't know. Tomorrow is never guaranteed, and I want you to be happy. So be happy. Do what makes you happy. Say what makes you happy. And be safe out there. We want to see you come back. As always, may the force be with you. Chad the Bird joining us. We couldn't be more thankful. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. And peace.